Good evening. Well, I almost said good evening. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Yolo Braintrust podcast. We are coming to you live from sunny Texas, and quite possibly from New York as well.
Sunny
Fuck is
Buffalo.
this? What?
Well, not so sunny anymore, but it's very sunny today.
There you have it, folks. Buffalo is not a good place to live, despite what one of the co-hosts may try to tell you. So we'll just get our introductions out of the way here. My name's
the
Travis.
air is poison. The air is poison here.
Oh, dude, it's actually it's the air quality is pretty fucked in Texas, really bad. As of the past week. But hello everyone, I'm Travis.
Fine.
It's nice to meet you tonight. And my name's Travis. Thank you. I have that turned
don't
up way
breathe
too
the
high.
air.
And we got Bobby with us too, Bobby in Buffalo, breathing in the air.
Don't breathe the air.
So folks, if you were clicking this after the fact, you may notice our title says we're doing a Tears of the Kingdom discussion. Is it overrated? That's the question.
No.
Hello,
That's
and
the
welcome
answer.
to the Yolo Braintrust podcast tonight. Tonight we're talking about a new game that just came out. Its name is Tears of the Kingdom. Many people are saying it's overrated. Many people are saying that it stirred some controversy.
First of all,
Find out
who's
more.
saying that?
What?
Who's saying that?
Many people are saying this. I don't know what to tell you. I interacted with a couple of moms on a Facebook group and found out more. But if you're tuning in later on, you see it's already finished. I'll try to set up a timestamp for when we start the Tears of the Kingdom discussion. It'll probably be its own clip later on. But anyways, so yeah, Texas, like, I didn't know this was a thing. I thought the air in our area, because, you know, we're in the Gulf. I thought it just went straight up west to east. So whatever is in, like, I don't know, the southwest just comes in and goes east. We had, like, wildfires. There were wildfires in Canada, and it came all the way down to us. And, like, the air quality was, like, really bad for a couple days. Like, I was, I had a couple days off, about a week ago. And I was riding my bike, and there's this big open field that I ride my bike through. And have you ever seen the pictures and videos of, like, LA in the 90s with all the smog?
Yeah.
It was like that. For a while, I was like, what am I looking at? Like, I just thought someone was barbecuing, and then I saw it down the street, and I'm like, oh, a bunch of people must be barbecuing today or something. Because it's Texas. Everyone is barbecuing all the time and tipping their cowboy hats and drinking their Bud Light. And then it took me, like, halfway through the ride to be like, oh, no, this is, like, smog. And it's, like, a lot of smog, too. And,
Yeah.
not good. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
I mean, I've had that happen in Buffalo once, but everyone was warned about that, and I'm such a fucking idiot. Are you kidding me? Hold on.
Yeah.
I need to stop this for a second. It took me 25 minutes to kill my first flux construct.
Yeah.
And I did not have the fucking foresight to fuse the spinny gear thing to a weapon like you did.
Oh, well, so folks, if you're wondering, if you look at my weapon right now, it's got, like, this little, like, grinder thing on it. It's something you can fuse when you beat these guys as a boss. Yeah, no, I think I saw someone else do it. I didn't have that realization either.
I was, like, trying to pick it up. I was like, what am I going to do with this? I kind of want to use this, and...
Yeah, it's surprisingly, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around the whole thing about, sorry, I'm going through the YouTube details right now, too. Through the fact that you can literally do just about anything with everything in this game. And that is pretty impressive. Okay, let's see if we got everything set up here. Oh no, I accidentally said it's episode 14. But the thumbnail
You
says
said
it's
you
episode
found
15.
how many Koroks did you find in the Sky Island? The first Sky Island you said you found?
Uh, so I haven't been back there. So if I check real quick, it should tell me. I don't think I found that many. Oh, I gotta zoom like way in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What? Oh my goodness.
6,
Oh
7,
my goodness, dude.
8, 9.
Holy cannoli, dude. I had like 3. I had 2.
I got
actually,
9, I think.
'cause one was a double.
Yeah. I missed that one the first time because I didn't quite get what you're supposed to do with like the Korok friend quests.
That was the easiest one. It's like, I need to be near my friend. I was like, oh, I'll just pick you up and move you to your friend.
Well, I was still kind of getting used to the mechanics in this game, and I thought I had just had to go talk to the friend and be like, yo, your homie's over here. Kind of getting and it turns out that
No, he said I can't
yeah.
move. He says I'm so tired.
I thought the friend was gonna help him. Maybe they could. Have they ever thought about splitting the baggage between the two of them?
Maybe he just needs to be not so much of an overpacker. Can we talk about real quick?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how people been doing the Koroks dirty in this game?
Yeah. Yeah. I have.
Leave Koroks alone. Leave the Koroks alone.
So do you want to do this as a debate? One of us takes the
No,
pro,
I
or you want an earnest discussion?
I want an earnest discussion right now.
Okay.
About how people are just mean to the Koroks for no reason. There's no reason to be mean to these Koroks.
I would I was gonna say I beg to differ, but I really don't. Yeah, there's something like that really hits an interesting sweet spot with the Koroks in this game, because like they do a good job at feeling real in a cutesy way. So for our friends at home, there's a model. Many of you have heard of it in some sort of reference, as like Uncanny Valley. So the idea is the more realistic something becomes, it dips in cuteness until it starts to look more real. And there's like this middle spot where it's like really uncomfortably real, but it's still not totally real. And it's like minimum cuteness. So things that barely look real tend to be really cute. And they hit that spot perfectly. They're really cute, and it makes you kind of have some sort of positive emotion towards them. But it's really easy to fuck with them. And I haven't done anything intentionally bad to them.
No.
That may change with this podcast. But I have, for example, I put one in a hot air balloon, and I didn't realize I could fasten them in at the time. And it tips out of the hot air balloon, and while we're going up a mountainside, and it falls onto the mountain. Cool, no problem, right? No, it's going down like this massive slope, and it's slowly gaining more and more speed and more height with each jump. And it's like, oof, ah, and like it's so cute, and you feel bad for it, but for the same reasons, it's hilarious.
It's so sad, man. It's so sad. I always, in Breath of the Wild, you'd accidentally throw a rock onto a Korok, and they go, ow!
Oh, I did that on purpose every time.
Every time you did it on purpose?
Where am I gonna put it?
I didn't think I'd join the podcast.
Hold on.
You guys would be moaning. I
There
didn't
we
know
go.
that was what Zelda was about, but I mean, go off, Kings. Moan for our viewers.
The Korok
No.
actually on my game right now is kind of doing that for us.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not gonna pretend like I know what sound you guys were making when you guys said like, yeah, you throw the Korok on the blah blah blah, whatever nerd did, and then you made that sound that the game makes, and I'm like, wow, I come in and you guys are moaning.
So, have you seen the videos of the Koroks by chance?
No, because it was finals week, and I'm not looking into something I have.
Ooh, boring.
Was that something you want to talk about? Tell us about how.
No,
finals event?
no, I mean I'll find out. The deadline's on Friday, and I did well. One class I got an A. But
Yeah.
that's the only class I think I would get anything close to that in. And we'll find out soon enough.
Bro, how did a fucking Goron forget the way to Goron City?
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on here? So how are you feeling? Are you feeling more like a man with every semester of college? Are you feeling, like you've become part of the...
More dumb. I feel more dumb as I go on because college is filled with dumb people.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll take that back. College is filled with a slew of characters that don't really how do I put it? While they may offer an environment for learning, they don't really offer an environment that tailors your learning to your own style.
Yeah.
So they kind of force upon different methods upon you, which aren't that well, and that just pushes kids to limits of insanity and just what do you call it?
Psychosis?
Frustrating. Yeah, it's just very frustrating to deal with. So it's like one of those things where you have to pay so much money to do that for a majority of the colleges in America. And I'm really thinking like, wow, kids go through this and they pay 20 grand in a semester to go through this. What type of copium are they smoking that they think this is
Dude,
gonna help
20
in the future?
grand. And that's for a public college?
No, private.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not gonna sit here. It's like people have paid that much money and they're smoking so much copium, but like, but the education is so good. No, it's not. You learn more on the internet than you do in college.
Yeah, I have a friend that's like a savant in some ways. He he started learning computer science and coding when he was like 12 to make like Minecraft mods, right? And he did really good for himself. As of where we are currently in life, he's done really good. And I'd have to ask him, but from my understanding, I don't think college really, taught him much. It was more about getting the degree and getting through with it. Like,
Yeah,
most of the applicable stuff, yeah. Like,
that's literally where I'm at.
I don't know if you've taken this class. I'm sure Bobby will shudder. I think it's discrete math. Does that sound right,
Oh,
Bobby?
yeah, dude, I love discrete math.
Did you really?
That was such an abstract mathematics.
It's logic, dude. It's all logic, which is like the basis for computer science. Here's my hot take. If you don't understand discrete math, you shouldn't be like tough shit, you're not a computer scientist. Like
Maybe you're not a programmer. Maybe you're not a programmer.
No, you're not anything technical, or at all. If you can't understand discrete mathematics, at least maybe my professor is really good, but from what I remember, discrete mathematics, it was all just logic. It was all logic puzzles, and that is the fundamental basis of all computer science, of a lot of stuff. It's the fundamental basis of law, computer science, medicine, any real STEM kind of analytical field. Discrete math is extremely important because of
This guy's smoking the copium peace pipe right here of how his college education was so nice that he had to pay $4 grand to take a discrete mathematics course.
All right. Well, obviously you're.
What do you mean copium? I mean, I think I learned a lot of stuff. I've thought about that. It's like, oh, could I have not done college? And I think personally, no, I couldn't.
Oh, I just ran over the Korok.
Yeah, Korok fucking suck. Okay, they suck.
Oh my God, fasten them into the fucking thing.
That's not the point. It's supposed to be fun. But you're telling me you had to.
Yeah.
You're telling me you had to use, like, did discrete math teach you anything that you've actually had to use?
Yeah, I mean, if this then that, or Zor nor. Yeah, it's
but I'm sure you would have picked all that stuff up like through other classes, right? Like, do you think it's really like it was worth paying however many thousands of dollars you had to pay to take a semester of discrete math?
I
mean, it got me in the mindset. I definitely thought a lot about it back in the day. I remember thinking about binary operations and ternary operations and stuff like that, which is again the basis of computer science. So can I remember specific things where I'm like, oh, I learned, a thing where it's like, I learned this specifically in this class, therefore, it's been helpful. No, but it was definitely a fundamental basis to a lot of other classes. Pretty much all of the knowledge that I use in my day-to-day job builds on that logic. I mean, logic in and of itself is just extremely, like, that is all of programming is. It's just logic. It's just, when I do this, do this. If this, then that. Or if this and this, or this, but not this, do that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, to me,
I'm gonna have to get out of here. Sorry, I cut my potting short, but it is what it is.
yeah, no, it's good to hear from you. And if you can join back later, if you want to join back, feel free to. And real quick, before you go, can I do one thing?
He's already gone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Scott Shaw. Shaw Scott, some might say. Can we get a quick round of applause for our boy? God, it's so loud. What the fuck? I hope I have everything mixed well. I'm worried I turned you guys down too much. Cause I don't know why this would reset. Hold on.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna let you talk some stuff. I got a memory I gotta watch.
Okay. So yeah, we're talking Tears of the Kingdom here, folks. So we're about to launch into our Tears of the Kingdom discussion. Just to give a little bit of background on me individually, which I don't know if it's of value or not. But I've been playing. Oh God. I've been playing Zelda games my entire life. From before I could read, my dad used to have to read the text in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Wind Waker to me. I played them all around the same time. And I've grown up with them, and I've consistently held the view that the Zelda franchise is my favorite video game franchise and is probably my favorite IP of any medium. Really, IP, artistry, whatever you want to call it. So when I'm playing a game like Tears of the Kingdom, there's a little bit of, I feel like I can be critical of these things, in a way that maybe newer players aren't necessarily, because, and I don't want to sound uptight about it, but because I've experienced the older Zelda formula, and I've played those games countless times over the years. I'm talking like Ocarina of Time, I've probably played at least 10, 15 times from start to finish in my lifetime. And that's not to say anything about the other games. Majora's Mask, probably identical number. Wind Waker, maybe about 5 times. And a lot of it's guided by nostalgia, and you could argue that makes me inherently biased in some way or the other, and I'd probably agree. But either way, I want to be objective in my analysis of these games from what I consider to be an unbiased perspective. And getting into Tears of the Kingdom, well, we'll start with before Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild, of course, came out in 2017. And I was ambivalent at first because I hadn't been following the game's development. I hadn't had any new consoles in a couple years. I was just starting college and I didn't have a lot of money. So I was taken aback when I saw the new format, the new formula. And it took me a while to get used to it. But over time, I kind of have developed a love-hate relationship with it. There are things about the new format that I really appreciate. There are things about the new format that I think they previously had right, but now they don't. And so there were a couple of things I was looking forward to coming into Tears of the Kingdom. And if you've watched any of our older videos, you've probably seen these opinions. One, for example, is I hoped they would have a more refined like dungeon system. For example, in Breath of the Wild, everything was a divine beast for the most part. There was like the Yiga clan hideout. There was Hyrule Castle. I don't know if you'd consider those dungeons per se. But because the four divine beasts were the same, they let go of a massive opportunity to world build, right? Because if you think about like the Forest Temple or the Spirit Temple, both in Ocarina of Time, or Woodfall Temple in Majora's Mask, or the Akana Valley and the Stone Tower in Majora's Mask as well. So much of the world is built around these temples. You kind of see these places as defining some sort of culture or peoples, and it tells you a lot about them in a way. You know, if you're a Zelda fan, I'm sure you've seen at least thumbnails, countless thumbnails over the years of people analyzing dungeons and saying, what was it that the Gerudo may have worshipped, for example? You know, if you've played Ocarina of Time, there's a spirit temple with the snake sand goddess kind of standing like this outside of it. And it's a big opportunity to kind of leave you guessing and create some open-ended questions about the people and kind of let you create your own mental lore. The Divine Beast took rid of that. You got rid of it. And I was really hoping that going into this game, they'd add that back again. Another thing was, I understand what they're doing with the new item system, and in some ways I appreciate it, but there are also old items that I miss, like the Lens of Truth, hook shot, grappling hook, something like that. I'm trying to think of a couple others. Some of them were reworked, but because you don't get these items in dungeons anymore, it limits the amount of problem solving you can really do. So those are some of the criticisms I had. And going into Tears of the Kingdom so far, I've been pleasantly surprised.
I want to address a couple of those criticisms and not necessarily disagree with the criticism, or not necessarily disagree with it not being that good, but disagree with the specifics of the criticism.
Yeah.
So, one thing in terms of items. I mean, yeah, you don't have hook shot, you don't have the boomerang. Well, you do have boomerangs, but you don't have, you know, the grappling hook. But you don't need the grappling hook because you have the glider, right? You have the paraglider, and you have ways of getting around like that. I think the items.
I think the hook shot, real quick. I think it would introduce a really fun way of traveling the world. You know, on top of all your other skills, I think it would be pretty cool.
I don't know. I feel like it would allow you to skip stuff a little too quickly. Just being able to grapple up mountains. I feel like that's just too powerful. So yes, the main items you kind of get at the beginning, and you do most of your problem solving with those main items. However, and I have only, to be clear, I've only played the Wind Temple.
Yeah, same here. That's the only one I've done so far.
Okay, so then we can talk about the Wind Temple. So to me, the dungeon item you get at the Wind Temple is the help of Tulin. Right?
Yeah, but you get it at the beginning.
And right? Tulin, to a certain extent, is an item.
Yes.
Right.
I agree on that front for sure.
And I mean, there are temples in Zelda, where in other Zelda, there are temples in Ocarina of Time where you get the item at the beginning. Like you get the Lens of Truth at the beginning of the one dungeon. Yes, you get it at the midway through bottom of the well, but you still start out a couple of dungeons. The feather boots. You have to start the dungeon with them. You can't even continue the dungeon with it. So the idea that the item isn't coming to you halfway through. Yeah, sure, it's not coming to you halfway through. However, I don't think that that's the problem with the items in Tears of the Kingdom. With the help, with the friends, right? Your party members, your allies, because those are the dungeon items. The problem is they didn't do. In my opinion, they really didn't do anything with them. So I was
Yeah,
really hoping for an old school Zelda dungeon, like going into the Wind Temple, thinking, "Oh my God, this is going to be a dungeon. It's going to have different rooms, and I have to do it in a specific order, otherwise it's not going to work." And um, but no, it's just like the Divine Beasts in Breath of the Wild, where you have 5 terminals and you have to go activate the terminals. The only difference is, in order to activate the terminals, you have to use your friend's
yeah,
ability.
and it simplifies
Which
the dungeons a little bit too much, I think.
it really it makes it so you just have to push one extra button to get the terminal up and running, which
Yeah,
really saddens me. I was really hoping that there'd be like, like there's a little bit, like there's a couple of areas in the Wind Temple where you have to use Tulin's like gust to like get over a hole. But there's not really enough areas where it's like, in order for something to happen, you need to use Tulin's Gust to like really like use it as an item, right? Like, in order to get to an area, you can't get to the area without using Tulin's Gust. Like,
yeah.
and there's not enough of it. There's not enough, and it's not as ordered. There weren't keys.
I
You
was
know,
I
to
was
me
just
a
about to
dungeon.
say a big facilitator of that old dungeon style was keys.
Yeah, and you don't have the keys. Also, you just flashed your Pro Controller. Very jealous.
Oh
Was
yeah,
not able to cop.
check it out,
Was
guys.
not able to get the Pro Controller. Very sad.
I'm still, and not to delineate from the point too much, but I'm still kind of thinking about getting like the Switch OLED, just for the controllers, and then like giving my original Switch or the new one, to a friend or maybe sibling.
I need a Pro Controller. And I was gonna get, this was gonna be the Pro Controller I was gonna get, but they
Oh
sold out
yeah, if
immediately.
you are having Joy-Con drift, then that definitely means that you do not have a Pro controller. I have 2 of them here. Not 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 2 of this one. But two Pro controllers, generally speaking.
Yeah, yeah. I need a Pro Controller. We'll see. I'll hit up. I'll probably hit up Walmart next week.
Yeah.
Or this Friday or something. But yeah, anyway, to the main point, very underwhelmed on the temple. Very underwhelmed. To the point where, have you done the Hebra labyrinth yet?
No, I haven't.
Ah. To the point where I feel like the labyrinth, and I don't really want to spoil it, because to me this partly is a spoiler in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I'm gonna do something while you're doing that. But I'm
I'll give you a second.
Well, I gotta try to reset the audio. It gets desynced for some reason.
Oh, I
and
thought you were
so-
gonna like take your headset off so you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, no, keep going. I'm gonna fix this real quick.
So the Hebra labyrinth spoilers, they're so much better than in Breath of the Wild. The labyrinth of Breath of the Wild was, yeah, just somehow figure out a way to get to the top of the labyrinth and you can get to the shrine at the end.
Yeah.
These labyrinths are so much more than that. It's like, and felt like more of a temple. It felt like more of a Zelda dungeon than the Wind Temple, because you're like you have to go through the first labyrinth on the ground, and then it tells you to go up to the sky. You have to go up to the labyrinth in the sky, and it's like, oh shit, and then you have to go up to the sky, and then that labyrinth you can't go around on top of because it's in the sky, and you have to like, you can't get that high. And then finally they're like, okay, now there's a depths labyrinth that you have to go through. And
Yeah.
it was just like, it felt more
Hold on, I'm screwing up here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and I just
To
need
me,
to test to make sure.
that
Okay, we're
saddens
good.
me
Nice.
that is what the Zelda dungeon, that is more Zelda dungeon than what the Zelda dungeon was supposed to be.
So, is there a story component to it, or
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, there's a
we go.
researcher component. The researcher is going in to check it out. There's some story. There's like, there's a voice. It's like, I am the god of the labyrinth or whatever. I'm the keeper. you know, come if you want the muck, you gotta come, you know. If you want to get it, the boy's soul, you gotta
I
give
was just
the
about to
troll
say
toll.
that. I was like, should I say this on here?
But
You got to pay the
yeah,
troll's
so
toll
so
if you
I
want to
mean, there
get into
definitely
this
is
boy's soul.
that much, but I mean, that's similar to a lot of it's like basic shrine story,
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
know.
real quick, that is an Always Sunny reference. For those that are
Oh,
wondering.
really?
Anyways, yeah, I need to check it out. I wasn't sure if I should go ahead and do it, or I'm like, here's another problem. It's not a bad problem. Give me a second here. It's not a bad problem. But it is somewhat of a problem for me in Tears of the Kingdom, and it's like I don't know what order to do things in. There's so many things, and they
Yeah,
very
there's so
lightly
much
guide
stuff.
you, and it's like, should I go here first? Should I go there first? Like, am I gonna accidentally, do something out of order where I have something revealed to me before they really want it revealed? If I do this
So
first,
I just recently watched today actually. There was a I forget I don't know if it was IGN or somebody else put together apparently back in 2017 right after they released Breath of the Wild, Nintendo like the heads of Zelda at Nintendo attended this conference in Japan about basically about how they came up with Breath of the Wild and how they developed Breath of the Wild and the challenges they faced. And so they pieced together because it wasn't the seminar itself was not like they nobody recorded it. They deleted all the recordings. They got rid of all the slides. So they pieced together what they could, and basically what it was they wanted to build an open world where the player was free to do everything, to do anything
yeah,
in any order. They wanted it to be truly fully open world, but they needed to be able to guide the player around a little bit, otherwise they get lost, right? They want it to guide you to the ultimate goal of defeating Calamity Ganon. And so what they ended the basically, I'm not going to go through all the steps, but what they ended up doing is they had the idea is you have the towers in Breath of the Wild. You have the towers are the main, destination points. And
hmm
along the path to the towers, there's several routes that you can do, and there's a lot of other stuff that, as different values to you depending on the time of day, depending on where you are in the game, depending on what you want. So there's the towers, the shrines, the stables. You have Korok seeds. You have the boss air, like the enemy areas, the outposts. If you want weapons, the forest stuff with the food. You have to go scavenge food, and rupees are rare. And so they made it so that really the thing about you feel overwhelmed, like there's always something to do and I'm always getting sidetracked. That is the engineering, that is the game design. They have
yeah.
designed the game specifically so that you feel that way, specifically so that you're always doing something and you always feel like there's 8 more things for you to do after what you finish doing. And how you have the whole idea of, oh, I have this end goal, I have this goal, I have this goal, maybe not even an end goal of beating the game, but a goal that I've created where I want to go here, but in order for me to get there, oh, there's all this other crap in the way, and I'm gonna, meander through. That is the point of the game. So the idea of I'm worried I'm not going to go in the order they want. They don't have an order. The whole point of how they design this game is so that there isn't an order for you to go through it. You just go through it the way you want to go through it. And you're not supposed to like run through the story. I mean, obviously you can speed run, but you're supposed to just kind of, as you move along the path, just keep hitting up stuff and going to places.
So I'm gonna make a criticism of Breath of the Wild and a compliment to Tears of the Kingdom based off what you said there. Breath of the Wild, man, I can think about. It's crazy to think it came 6 years ago. And I was 19 at the time, freshman year in college, and here I am, 3 years out of college. How much older I am, and how many things have changed. But I remember getting the game, and the beginning. I did a good job at kind of like having stuff to do, knowing where to go. But probably like maybe 25% to 50% through the game, I hit this point where it's like I feel like I'm just here to do the divine beasts. Like, oh my god, oh, there is a blue heron outside my window in real life. They sometimes they stay on our property. But
Dude, it.
fuck you. But a problem I ran into is this, like, I feel like I'm just here to do the divine beasts, and like there's not much else going on. And it actually took me 2 years to beat Breath of the Wild, even though I got it like the day it came out, and I've been playing Zelda for so long, because I was like, this doesn't feel like there's enough going on. Now on later playthroughs, I enjoyed it a lot more, and I immersed myself a lot more. Especially once enough time had passed to kind of feel like I'm getting into it fresh again. But in Breath of the Wild, the world felt actually pretty empty outside of like main objectives and city centers and stuff like that. I felt like I wasn't really getting rewarded for doing side quests. Tears of the Kingdom, on the other hand, I mean, here, I'll show my my side quests on the screen right now. I'll kind of flash through them as to not give any spoilers, but I've got so many of them. And not only that, there's a lot of mini games. You know, the Koroks they take a lot more time to beat their their little missions versus just overturning a rock. You know, I need weapons more often, so I have to go fight more enemy encampments and get stuff to fuse my weapons with. You know, I have a Sky Island to check out. I have the depths to check out. And they did a much better job in this game packing it with things to do and giving me a reason to explore. And so I will say they did much better this time around.
I 100% agree with you. I mean, this game feels so much more full and so much more jam-packed with stuff. And I know that was a big complaint that a lot of people had about Breath of the Wild, was that it felt empty. Was that, you know, it didn't feel like there was enough to do, that it was just empty and boring, and not boring, but empty, and there was shrines and there was Koroks, and you know, and you had the divine beast for the big things, but there's shrines and Koroks. And this, yes, there's shrines and Koroks in the temples, but it feels like there's more to explore. More valuable stuff. So the thing is, like, yeah, Breath of the Wild had so much to explore, all the mountains and stuff, but at the same time, they kind of, you know, you explore a couple mountains and it was whatever. This is like, and I mean, maybe it's because we've just started playing it, but it feels like there's so much more to explore.
No,
I mean,
and I think there absolutely is.
The Sky Islands in and of themselves has a ton to explore, and they're all, and the thing is, it's not all just Koroks and shrines. Like, that was a big criticism I heard about Breath of the Wild, is it was just Koroks and shrines. I go to the top of this mountain, it's a Korok. I go into this cave, it's a shrine.
It didn't really reward exploring, or that's how it felt.
Whereas this, there's also the chests, the random chests that you find. And the people, there's like a random NPC here that, you know, is going to give you a gift. Some of the Sky Islands have fairies, like, it's useful items.
Yeah.
More than just the Koroks and shrines. It's items that are like, oh yes, I got more Zonite.
Is this gonna work? Let's see if this works. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think it's definitely something that actually is better this time around and isn't so much, because we just started. Here's another thing too, is the quest where you help the guy put up his sign.
Which aren't even technically quests. They're just little mini game. Yeah, there's side little. See, that's the other thing. It's all they've added more. They've added more side quests. Now they have side quests and side adventures, which are like two types of things.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see, because I haven't done that many side quests yet. I've done a few, but there's so many of them. To see how they reward you for them. Like, I'm gonna make a point real quick. Majora's Mask, one of the best things it did was the way it went about world building through side quests. Almost every side quest was worth doing. In part relating to the main story, everything ties back to that. It builds the world. Oftentimes you need to do one side quest to do another, and a lot of that was through rewarding you with masks. You know, you might do one side quest and it gives you a mask, and by using that mask you can do another side quest that would give you another mask or a heart or something, because it all ties in together and each one had their own unique effects. Sometimes you do it just because the mask is beneficial to you, you know, for whatever reason. Maybe it, you know, gives you the ability to use a bomb without actually having bombs in your inventory, even if it costs a heart or two. And almost every side quest was worth doing for that reason. There was something called the Bomber's Notebook, which kept track of all your side quests, and kind of the schedules of the various NPCs, to help you keep track of everything. And so it was this really organized, well-oiled system, put in a game where the world building really, really matters, because it's a little bit shorter. And because it was so reliant on like that 3-day cycle. And I feel like I'm getting off the point. Hopefully I'm not getting off too much. But, you know, for anyone out there who wants to know what good side quests look like and how to properly reward players in them, I always say go to Majora's Mask first. And I'm hoping to see in this game that they went back and took some inspiration from themselves back when they were making Majora's Mask.
I think that's kind of what it feels like happened. Like, they had Breath of the Wild, gave them the breadth, right? The sheer size of the map, whereas Tears of the Kingdom, they filled up the map.
Yeah.
And they had, I think, so here's another thing that I'll say, not totally related, but I've been thinking about this a lot. Do you need to have played Breath of the Wild to play before you play Tears of the Kingdom? And I think no, you don't have to play Breath of the Wild to understand Tears of the Kingdom, but you do need to play Breath of the Wild to appreciate Tears of the Kingdom, in my mind. Like, I don't
elaborate on that.
Like the story. So the story, you know, you can pick up the story without needing Breath of the Wild, and I think there's a lot of stuff that they somewhat retcon and kind of they don't explain it. There are points of playing Breath of the Wild, of Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like, they like, it feels like they don't know that Breath of the Wild happened. Like, do know that Breath of the Wild happened?
Yeah,
right.
I know what you mean.
But,
oh god, my webcam just got screwed up. Hold
but
off
at the
for 1
same
second.
time,
Hold off for 1 second, because if I clip this or something, well, I wouldn't be able to clip it because it just fucked itself. Uno momento here. God, it screwed everything up. What the hell? Sorry, folks, if you're listening in right now. We encountered a little
nobody's
bit of
watching.
Actually, we've got one person on YouTube and one person on Twitch.
That's me on YouTube.
All right. Well, we got one person on Twitch. So how about them apples, huh?
Probably sure.
See, God, dude, if you're looking right now, like this is why it always takes me a while before I start up. So just to create some content out of this, I don't know why cameras do this, but they can be like nightmarish sometimes. And now it's like slow. God. Why does it do this? Oh, and it just cut out on me. And we're back. We're sort of back. Can look on YouTube. Can you see the scan lines on the camera?
No, I can't see the scan lines on the camera.
Okay. they're pretty bad. Okay. Actually, this looks pretty decent. Let me just warm it up real quick. Then I think I can turn this down now. There we go. We're so back. Man, sorry. Where were we with you're talking about
Yeah, let me start my thing again.
start over from why. Hold on. Is it doing it again already? Why have thou forsaken me?
You use the kite shields. Like, what the fuck is the kite shield supposed to do?
I don't even think I've
Its
seen a kite
shape
shield.
is designed mid-battle flight in mind to facilitate aerial combat.
Wait, say that again?
It's the kite shield. Rito warriors cherish this shield. Its unique shape is designed with mid-battle flight in mind to facilitate aerial combat.
Oh, hold on. I think we are actually good. I haven't even seen one yet.
It doesn't feel like it does anything to me. For me. I'm gonna buy some more Hylian rice. You better fucking sell me Hylian rice, Beetle. I'll swear to God I'll suck your cock. Ah, you're out of fucking rice. God damn it. Alright, how many arrows do you have? Yeah, I need a ton more arrows.
God, the scan lines, man. The freaking scan lines, dude.
Let me know when you're ready for my take.
Almost. Let me just clear my throat. Okay, so you were talking about why you think you may start from why you think
Well,
you
let me
might
start
need to
from the
play Breath
beginning.
of the Wild for
Let
to
me
really
start
appreciate
from the
Tears of the
beginning.
Kingdom. Okay. Well, you were on a roll
So-
there.
Yeah, I was, and you derailed me.
It's not my fault. Camera reset.
It is totally your fault.
Did you see how dark it got?
Not really, I didn't notice it.
Well, then you weren't watching because it went pitch black for a second. I mean, good
So,
grief, get real.
There we go. Okay.
Oh!
So,
Hold on.
I'm so far behind you, dude. Uh-oh.
I think we're good. Okay.
Alright, let me start my take. So I feel like you don't need to have played Breath of the Wild
Oh,
to
I'm so
understand
fucked.
the story of Tears of the Kingdom. Because Tears of the Kingdom has, that Tears of the Kingdom feels like they don't, to a certain extent, doesn't feel like Breath of the Wild happened. Like,
A lot of the NPCs, yeah, they talk like they just met you for the first time, which is weird.
Yeah, and then, but not only that, but there's a lot of NPCs, like, there's a lot of things that's like, well, when did this happen? And the way that they talk about, like, the imprisoning war and stuff like that, it's like, well, what about Calamity Ganon? Why is nobody talking about Calamity Ganon? When did Calamity Ganon come into this? But however, I feel like you cannot appreciate Tears of the Kingdom without playing Breath of the Wild, because in a certain sense that it feels like they're starting a new universe to a certain degree. However, they expect you to have played Breath of the Wild because there's so much stuff that happens right off the bat that is just so natural to Breath of the Wild, and that is improved from Breath of the Wild. So it's like there's parts where it's like when I first started playing, it's like, oh yeah, they don't really explain the stamina system the same way they did in Breath of the Wild. They don't explain a lot of stuff. It's just, and it just feels right. It just feels like I'm going into it. And the cooking, the way that they've changed cooking, the way that they've changed the way that they've added to the map, the way that they've changed some of the items, some of the UI elements, just it doesn't feel like, I feel like you really can't appreciate it unless you played, it feels like a sequel in that sense.
So I get what you're saying, and I think there is some degree of appreciation you can get out of having played Breath of the Wild first. But at the same time, I think there are a couple things if you're transitioning from Breath of the Wild that actually make the game a little harder to get into, like, the way they rework some of the buttons and your whole utility belt has changed. And I, like you were saying, I think the world is fresh enough and the characters respond to you in such a way, and the story is said in such a way that I don't think you need to play Breath of the Wild first. And if someone were to ask me, give me 1 second here. If someone were to go up and ask me, well, do I need to play Breath of the Wild first before I can play Tears of the Kingdom? I would say absolutely not. I say start with Tears of the Kingdom and work your way backwards.
See, I don't.
They're
think
both
that you
independently
do
good games, and
I totally disagree with that. I think you can skip Breath of the Wild and play Tears of the Kingdom, but I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to Breath of the Wild because
You don't think so?
it's an improvement. There's vast improvements, and I think Breath of the Wild by itself is a amazing game, but I don't think Tears of the Kingdom can exist in a vacuum without Breath of the Wild.
I was thinking about is if had they decided to go with another Link, like the idea of the Zonai and the same utility belt existed, but instead of hold on. I'm gonna clip this out later. Clip out the coughs. I was thinking about if this could be another Link, with the same Zona idea, same, suite of abilities, and I think they could have done it. I think it could have been its own Link. And this, I don't know if, this is going to sound like a complaint or whatever, but Breath of the Wild was so passive with its story, and Tears of the Kingdom, at least in some respects, is kind of the same way. So I think that from a story perspective, it shouldn't be much of an issue. And as far as playing, going back to play Breath of the Wild after Tears of the Kingdom, I would say they're independently good games. Like, it's a different suite of abilities. If you're in it for the physics puzzles and stuff like that, it's, you're going to see a different set of challenges. Like, I catch myself sometimes saying, man, I wish I had the remote bombs that are in Breath of the Wild, or man, stasis or chronosis, that would be really handy to have here. In the same way that if you were to go back to Breath of the Wild, you might say, man, I really wish I could use Ultra Hand. I think both challenge the way you interact with the world through the tools at your disposal.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like I would not want to play Tears of the Kingdom before Breath of the Wild, because there are so many things that are non-mechanical. Like, yes, the mechanics are different, like in terms of you don't have the runes, you have the abilities and that sort of stuff. But there's things that have just straight up improved. Just the way that you're going through the items, the fact that you can sport easily, just there's mechanics and stuff that have built upon Breath of the Wild that if you go from Tears of the Kingdom back to Breath of the Wild, you would lose that, and you kind of go, oh man, that I you know it feels worse objectively. Like Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like is an objectively better game, and I feel like in that sense, you should play the worst game first, especially because it came first, and then play the better game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to disagree. And if you're talking about it from like just maybe like just an aesthetic perspective too, Tears of the Kingdom is a lot more like altered landscape. And I think there's something kind of uniquely appreciable about Breath of the Wild's, post Cataclysm nature and sprawling landscapes. I think I don't think playing Tears of the Kingdom first would preclude you from enjoying Breath of the Wild.
Got him. I mean, maybe it might not. I don't know. I still disagree, man. I think Tears of the Kingdom is either, to me, there's no going back right now.
Yeah, are you watching the stream?
Yeah.
Watch the stream for a second. I'm gonna get a little fancy with it.
I'm backed up. Oh my god, I have to fucking disband this guy. Unsummon him because of fucking dismiss. Go away, Tulin.
We're gonna get a little freaky with it on this one. Let's see if this.
Oh my god, I was just trying to move this Korok across this fucking area here, and I fucking came into this construct area. I wasn't expecting it. Destroyed all these constructs.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm about to take a Korok, and we're gonna.
Oh, I'm
take
picking
him
up
in
all my
absolute
weapons,
style.
man. Oh, I got so many weapon slots now. Oh, it's so nice. I got so many fucking weapon slots. The fuck is this?
Where's his friend?
What the fuck? It's a fucking lightning thing? That's pretty sick.
Oh, I
That's
probably
attached.
should have saved before I did this. Whoops.
Alright, let's see what weapon I got here. Cannon! I got 3 cannons, that's pretty sick. Okay. Alright, let's look at my weapons here. Do I have anything that's like I can add to a... Ooh, I'm gonna add the spear. A shock emitter. Oh, that's sick. I put a shock emitter on a long stick.
Trying to think. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a. I think we're gonna need a steering column for this one. This is gonna be big. It's gonna be momentous.
I mean, the fucking building shit. The building shit is just too much of an extra mechanic that I don't think I can go back to Breath of the Wild where you can't build shit. It's.
Do you think there's like regulations against putting a Korok right next to a rocket that's about to blast off?
I mean, I've seen them burn Koroks at the cross. I think you actually trying to keep them, good, that's good enough, man.
Yeah. Well, he's shaking a little bit. I don't know if he's okay, but oh, dude, we are so in this. This Korok's lucky. Not all Koroks are lucky enough to go on a flight like this. Many are doomed to very unfortunate lives. All right, we are so close. We are so close. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have in a row.
Oh my god. Oh no.
So the fact that food, one of my complaints with Breath of the Wild right now.
second here, because we are about to make history. Okay. Oh, no. How am I going to get him? How am I going to get him down?
I know what to do in this situation. I know what to do in this. I did this Korok.
No.
Just fucking.
Shh. This is important. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, where'd he go?
Oh, that's right. I'm behind you.
Where did... Oh!
I tried the
Oh,
touch
no.
down.
Well, it's too late now. Now he's next to a bunch of enemies. Okay, hold on. We got to do a bit of a
by the way,
rescue mission.
I still have not gotten the last power. I'm still missing the hand power.
All right, let's see if hopefully that doesn't harm the Koroks. We gotta fucking, excuse me, we gotta flipping rescue this guy. Oh! This is big, okay. All right, we saved the Korok. And ladies and gentlemen, for anyone at home watching this, I want you to take in for a moment the fact that I have treated
Oh my god,
this
this is gonna be
Korok.
so pog. Oh, this is gonna be pog. This is gonna be pog. This is where
I'm treating this Korok like royalty. All right, I'm no funny business, no games. I am getting our boy right to where he belongs. We are almost there.
Fuck.
Okay, so I think we can just dump him right there. Okay, good. Come on.
Oh my god. Oh, I fucked that.
We did it.
I was trying to do one of those mid-air things that they did in the demo, where like you have a falling rock and then mid-air transfer to another falling rock, and I boofed it.
Bobby, I gotta admit, you were overriding the clip there. That was a perfect clip. Close to it, would have been.
Well, now you know how I feel sometimes, man. When you're fucking.
What do you
fucking
mean?
up.
Am I like coming into your apartment and like getting in your face? Am I talking over you while you're having your Tears of the Kingdom experience? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't like killing the foxes and wolves in this game.
I tried to kill a bear and it wouldn't die.
That's probably
Like
because
it
you don't
literally.
have good enough equipment.
Dude, I shot so many fucking arrows into it, and I like broke like 2 weapons on it.
Oh! What are we gonna do? What can I do? I know what I can do. Oh my god.
I still don't, like I said, I still don't have the final ability. I don't have the gloom hand ability.
The gloom hand? Oh, you mean the auto build?
Oh, that's what it is? It's auto build?
Yeah, the purple hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what quest line you should be doing to get it?
Sure.
Depths.
Okay.
See, that's another thing too. When we're talking about like the sequencing of this game and how the game wants you to do things, there's a couple points at the beginning where it feels clear that they want you to do a couple things on the surface, and then they're trying to introduce you to the depths, and then they want you to go back and do things on the surface again, and then eventually circle back around to the depths. Right? They don't hold your hand, they don't force you to do it, but they're obviously trying to get you to do that. But it's not always clear. And I think there could have been a little bit more of that. You know, for a couple reasons. In fact, I'm gonna make an analogy real quick to Elden Ring. Did you ever play Elden Ring?
No.
Okay, so 1 second here. go. Uh, so the I guess the head guy at FromSoft and kind of like the one of the brains behind Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, stuff like that is a guy. His name I just know him by Miyazaki. And he is a self-admitted Legend of Zelda fan. And I may be extrapolating here, but I think he may have even gone as far as to say that like Dark Souls had a bit of Zelda influence in it. And I've always thought that it did just by playing the games, but Elden Ring, I think, took a clear page out of Breath of the Wild's book. Because, Breath of the Wild kind of introduced a lot of, like, survival and more, sandboxy elements to RPGs and open world games in general. However, Elden Ring did this interesting thing. Well, I should say, for background, Breath of the Wild, when you play that game, the enemies scale with you, right? If you've ever played it before, you might notice that the enemies kind of change in color as you get further on. Not all of them do, but a good portion of them do, and it's supposed to be their way of passively scaling, so you can still do things in whatever order, and still have some sort of challenge. Elden Ring, and this is one of my biggest issues with it, a game that I really hold closely and enjoy, is that they did not have that scaling. But they still tried to retain that kind of open world, do whatever you want in whatever order mentality. And so I was playing Elden Ring, and you start in this area, you can go north or you can go south. And I figured I'd have to go to south later.
Oh, what the fuck?
I should have added the stash cam, you're right. And I went north first, right? And I figured I'd come back to the south area. Well, it turns out that, they don't say it, but the scaling would imply that you're supposed to go to the south first and come back north later. But there's kind of the illusion of doing it. What?
How much? I'm trying to kill this fucking rock-like thing, and I can't fucking figure out how to get it. Do I need
Is
to
it
just
like
fucking
a
blow it up?
Talus? Like the big one?
No, it's fuck, what is it called?
The little ones?
Yeah, it's a rock-like. It's the fucking thing that sucks you up and eats you.
Oh. Someone did not watch the trailer.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but this one doesn't have a red, like, stone in the middle. It has a different...
What's on top of its head?
What do you mean what's on top of its head?
Like the Octoroks. They have something
No,
on
not
top
the
of
fucking Octorok, you idiot! The thing that hangs in caves.
Oh, the likes?
Yes, the likes.
Oh. Well, each one has like its own elemental weakness.
Yeah, fucking A, dude. I'm gonna die from this fucking thing.
But Elden Ring, it gives you kind of the illusion of opportunity, but things don't scale. So if you go the wrong way first, it might be such a slight difference in level that you don't realize that you're underpowered, and then you go back, and then you want to go to the other areas, and then all of a sudden, it's like you're way overpowered, so there's like not much going on there, you just kind of blow through everything and move on. And I forget the point I was trying to make with it. But that is something that Breath of the Wild does really well, is like kind of scaling and giving you an actual opportunity to go through the game in your own order and kind of not have to worry about becoming overpowered.
There we go.
Actually, let's see. Can I get a stash cam? Let's see if we can do this here without breaking the webcam.
Oh, my shit's back, yes.
Oh, what if I, is there a way to do this? What if I do this? Hold on here. Alright. So, we are introducing a new element to the streams. Here by popular demand. It's the stash cam.
Dash cam, your fucking stash cam. I'll suck
ready
your
for this,
balls.
Bobby?
I'll lick your balls.
Well, my reaction to that is what you're about to see on the stash cam here. See if it just lets me paste it in. We'll say, we'll title this, Stash Camera. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to load in the stash cam here. Let's see. I don't even know where I saved it. Where the fuck did I save it? Stash cam. Is that it? There we go. Now look at that. So this is my face when you said what you just said. You know, I wish we had Shaw here for this conversation, because I think this is an important conversation he should be in on. But I think men are really screwed over in society.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way that, like, you remember, like, all that, like, alpha male stuff where they're like, oh, you know, only, like, the top 10% of guys get, like, the 90% of women.
Yeah.
I feel that way, but with, like, facial hair. You know? How is it fair and just that we can live in a world where men
It's
are
not fair
allowed
and
to go
just that we
without
live in a
facial
world.
hair? What?
It's not fair and just that we live in a world.
Yeah, you're with me, right? Now, just to, you know, point out any potential conflicts of interest, can you grow a beard?
Not a good one.
Oh, you can grow one?
Yeah, I can grow a neck beard.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
Like
All I've
the
got is
dork
this.
I am.
What?
Like the dongus I am.
It's the Irish coming out. All I can grow is this, like, Weasley little mustache and feigning a little bit of hair on the chin here.
A Weasley little liar, dude.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. And it's so cheap, too. You know why? It's women don't have to worry about this. You know, like, they have it so easy. I've got, like, hairs going all the way down my cheek. And if I keep it stubbly, it kind of creates the illusion that I might be able to grow a beard. But they don't grow in dark. And, you know, I think we should start a movement. Shaw's been doing a good job pushing out the hashtag Never Stop Podcasting movement. But since he's not here today, I want to bring light to the hashtag Every Man Should Grow a Beard movement. We shouldn't live in a world, and tell me your thoughts on this. We shouldn't live in a world where women have all these medications that, you know, help. No, I don't like where that's going. We shouldn't
We should
live
not live in a world. I agree. We should blow up the earth.
We shouldn't. I don't agree with that one either. We shouldn't live in a world where old men can get Viagra and that medications are made for these. Fuck you. Are made for these men, who are well past their prime, but we can't develop anything to help young men grow beards.
Isn't there not stuff that helps you grow a beard?
Kind of, but it only works part of the time. I think it would work on me, because I already have the hairs there. It's just they aren't thick enough. It's minoxidil. It's same thing as like Rogaine. Only difference is you rub it on your face instead of your head. Dude, actually, since we're on the topic, you want to know, like, an actual thing where it's men are really getting screwed over?
Where are men really getting screwed over?
There was a study recently where, let's see here. where they figured out that taking minoxidil orally, I think, was like super effective. Like it reversed baldness in like all instances, right? So I guess it would be like a pill or capsuled form of minoxidil, which is, currently they use it as like something you rub on topical. And then they found this out, and then no one's done anything with it. Think about all the men who could grow their hair back. If anyone cared about the men, we'd have this by now. People would be looking into it.
Yeah, nobody cares about men.
For real, dude. It's so unfair.
I'm gonna chop this fucking tree down. You just got chopped in half, you fucking sentient tree.
So, when Tears of the Kingdom just came out, you seemed a little hesitant to say it was a good game. That was my impression, at least. Was I right on that?
I was hesitant to say it was better than Breath of the Wild.
Interesting.
Because I had not played enough, and Breath of the Wild had this uniqueness that allowed it to last in and of itself. And because, I mean, it was unique. It was the first one of its kind, the only one of its kind. And it had this uniqueness and this, and had this true openness, this true open world that,
Yeah.
As soon as you start the game, it's completely open to you. There's no, there's a beginning cutscene and then it's just completely open. That was just unheard of. That Tears of the Kingdom didn't have. But I mean, from the very beginning I knew it was going to be a great game, and I still think it's a great game. And I don't know, again, I don't know if I could say it's better than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild walked so Tears of the Kingdom could run.
Well, from what you said earlier,
sometimes I prefer to walk rather than run.
Don't you think that that helps my argument that you can play the games in any order?
No, because once you start running, if you're gonna run first. Oh, is this guy gonna go to the fucking? Yes, this guy's gonna go to the fucking thing and I can get the Great Fairy. Hell yeah.
Dude, this shit is so busted. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, it's all falling apart on me in real time. That's the one thing I hate is, and I mean, good on them. They did a good job making this system work with not a lot of buttons and with kind of like antiquated hardware. But holy shit, dude! Sometimes you accidentally shake on the wrong item, or something attaches to the wrong
it just
thing.
fucks everything. Yeah.
Dude, I just lost
not
so
knowing
much
I
time.
did that once, you don't realize which item you're shaking.
Yeah.
No, see, again, I definitely think that Tears of the Kingdom is definitely a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like a good comparison because I had something kind of, but I can't think of what it was exactly. Where it's like the things. Get a device you work. Oh. If you're listening, thank you, Stevie Jackson. Oh, well, I could just use another Zelda game as an example. Since if we put clips out of this, that might be relatable to some of the audience. Is you had Ocarina of Time going into Majora's Mask, right? And Majora's Mask very technically was a direct sequel. Or in your case, even Phantom Hourglass. Dude, this is so busted. But I don't think you had to play the original game first in either of those instances.
Again. I don't think you need to play Breath of the Wild.
Dude, you can't tell me that.
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, but you could play the second one first and come back to the first. Like, Phantom Hourglass is not an objective improvement on Wind Waker. And that's just a fact.
Yeah, of course. You're right. But Tears of the Kingdom is an objective improvement on Breath of the Wild. So it's not a good comparison.
I don't know. I'm struggling so much over here.
Dude, I'm trying to take a big fucking cart through the middle of Kakariko Village. It's not going well.
I'm trying to oh, you know what? I'm gonna make an address to Nintendo. There's gonna be some serious shit. Oh, come on, dude.
I need I need fresh milk. Are you fucking kidding me? Ah!
There we go. I'm trying to make a boat. That can also
I have the
float
fucking
in water.
ingredient that does gloom. Oh my god, I'm so pissed.
That can also ride on land, actually.
How do I give her this fucking ingredient? I have it.
There we go. We're so in it.
Okay,
So-
this adventure is kind of this side adventure is a little pissing me off.
Which one are you doing right now?
I'm doing Gloomborn Illness. It's from Kakariko Village. Lastly's grandmother is sick after exposure
Oh,
to
I've
gloom.
done that one. Yeah.
Okay, how do you have to just make the thing? Like, do you have to get all the ingredients yourself?
Yeah, I think she gives you a list of ingredients,
Yeah.
and you just replace like
Where do I
the
fucking get the milk?
ambiguous one with oh, there's someone who sells milk. I think there's a merchant that goes outside of Kakariko, like with a horse and buggy.
Like, which
And-
side of Kakariko?
The side leading. Let's see.
West or south?
I believe west.
I
west.
gotta go all the way through Kakariko Village and
I think-
find this guy and then go all the way back. Pain in the ass.
I could have the wrong location too, to be honest, but that is what I believe it is.
Gotta get the fucking fresh milk.
Oh, dude, I could also make my car boat mobile able to fly in the air too. Dude, this is. Hold on here. I think we're onto something.
Holy shit, what the fuck are you doing? You're building the randomest fucking thing. Oh, I'm just chooching this fucking
Yeah, dude, you were
ring
about to
garlands.
see.
I don't need a fucking ring garland. I need a fucking... Ooh, there's a guy with a quest.
You were about to see a marvel of engineering. Oh, come on. Why did it take two of them out? I think I'm gonna have to do it. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Oh, I gotta take a piss real bad. Alright.
All right,
Table
I'll
it
take
for a
over
second.
for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually, can you also share your thing on Discord so I can have up to the minute?
Yeah, I can try. Hold on.
Thanks, I'll be right back.
All right. Does this work? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we are building a new type of vehicle. Something that ironically seems to be able to exist in a game based on a medieval era, but we can't seem to get in real life. So there are three modes of transportation on this earth. You have cars, you have boats, and you have flying. And we are taking things in a new direction here, and we are saying that it is probably possible to do all three at the same time. This is a proof of concept. If this works out, I may be filing a patent to be able to do this. Let's see if we can get this set up here. So really, the big issue that comes with this is trying to get everything to work in terms of weight, right? Because if you've ever built anything before, weight distribution is sort of a big deal. So we're trying to get this set up. Of course, if you're ever lifting anything, you want to lift it from the center, lest it drag on its side. All right? So we are so close here. This is going to be perfect. All right. All right. This is big, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that has never been before seen. Can I save it? Doesn't look like I can save it. All right, we're gonna wait for Bobby to get back.
I'm back, and my balls itch.
All right. Well, I gotta close my windows real quick.
And I gotta click on the stream. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I've been sharing in Discord.
Yep, I'm seeing it now.
Cool. I'm actually gonna turn off the
So,
Smash game for a second.
to answer the question, is Tears of the Kingdom overrated? The answer is obviously no, because neither of us can stop physically playing it for 5 minutes.
That is true. Okay. Ah! This is big. This is quite possibly as big as the moon landing. This is a big moment in society.
I feel like I'm driving an F-350 through a fucking downtown New York City, man. This is,
you know what?
Fucking insane.
I feel like I'm about to be driving an F-350 that can also sail in the water and fly into the sky. So
what you have is fucking insane. That is so dumb.
So let me save real quick, just in case anything goes horrifically
in case
wrong.
this goes tits up, which it will.
It will not. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the let's see. Let's take. We're gonna call it the Carbo plane. The Carbo plane. All right. And this thing, not only can it drive on land, it can sail in the water, and
it's rolling away from you.
Don't worry, we're good. It's in a little trow.
Wait, how is it? You can't. No, I guess you can drive it. I was gonna say you don't have power wheels. Do you have?
Oh no! Hold on. So theoretically, how the Carbo plane should work is I can alternate between all three modes as I please: air, water, and land. And you guys get to see this before anyone else does. I'm the first person to invent this. So let's get going here. Oh god, I didn't think it was gonna be flying. It's okay, we're good. Oh no. Hold on, we gotta get in the water. We're not really using the wheels right now, but there are wheels on this. And it can do a lot of things. So we can go sail, right? You can drift in the water.
Yeah, you're surely sailing there, bud.
Fuck this guy. Go fuck yourself. Oh! This is like the Titanic. Like, I put all this genius and brain power and invention into making this thing, and now what do I do? What do I do with this?
Reload your save.
No, it's okay. I'm just escalating the tension for content. What am I gonna do?
I always do. I don't know how you could like get rid of that. I always get like upset when I lose a plane that I added like one fan to.
Yeah. Come on, this isn't free. Fuck these guys.
I found her. Yes.
Get out of here.
I found the thing that you were talking about. Ooh.
He's breaking it. He's breaking my thing.
What the fuck?
What is going on here?
He's gonna break it. He's gonna kill it.
All right, hold on. Oh no, I can't use the bomb.
Blow up the fucking
I can't use the bomb. How am I gonna? How do I
use a shock fruit?
Oh, dude, you're so right. We need to resolve this situation peacefully. Oh.
Oh, you got a fairy, dude. It's gonna be like, oh, you dead.
Dude, this is so not good.
Shock fruit.
Hold on. I only got a couple of those left.
How many arrows can you carry?
I think, I don't know, maybe like 999 if I had to guess. We are so back. We are so back.
Oh, you did it. Oh my god.
All right, so I guess the next question is, how am I gonna like go from driving to playing in the water to flying if this freaking thing, sorry, is just gonna try to fly all the time. So maybe we'll do it like that, right? And then we need to add a little bit of weight distribution to the front. Oh, no. Hold on. Alright, so what we can do is we can stick this right here. Can I still ride it if I need to? No, I can't. Okay. There we go. We are so back. We are so totally back. Okay. So now I got to add a little bit of weight distribution to the front to get this thing going.
Dude, I just grabbed a free cart and added it to my horse. My Breath of the Wild horse, by the way. Fucking love that. Love that feature.
So I actually have a complaint for Nintendo. I was thinking about just kind of clearing the air on
Did
air.
your Breath of the Wild horses not populate?
No, they did. But Epona, who is famously Link's horse going all the way back to Ocarina of Time in 1998. We're talking 25 years of Epona. I had her in Breath of the Wild. Now I have her in this game too, in fact.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, even though they put her in the game, hold on. Even though they put her in the game, and this is to you, Nintendo. If you're watching, I want you to hear this. You decided to not make it so you can change her harness or have her tow things. Like, what is the thought process there? Why not her? Everyone else can. Why can't she?
Yeah, and even that all the other Breath of the Wild horses can. It's literally just Epona.
Yeah, what is the point of that?
So that is weird because I would have thought that, oh, none of the Breath of the Wild horses can because they didn't have a value for that. But no, that's not the case at all. It's literally just Epona can't change anything. Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hope that this doesn't catch on fire. No! Oh no!
Did you save? Oh no, the whole thing's on fire.
Hold on, I think we're good. It's got a couple tears. But we're still good. God damn it, dude. This is a lot harder than you'd think. Is there a way to... I think it still works. It's a little unfortunate, but we're still in it. Okay. All right, so this is take 3 of the Carbo plane. So I think I should give up on having it do one or the other, like flying or not flying. But it actually kind of helps navigate, because hills and stuff are a little bit easier when you got a little bit air. Nope, we are not moving anywhere. We are drifting on one wheel at this point. All right.
Well, it's because you have the fucking... Get rid of the fucking... Why do you have the sail?
So well, isn't that the point? Is so I can take it in the water?
No, get rid of the sail. You have the fan.
So what? You just want me to just drown in the water?
You have the fan.
Hold on. I think we're onto something here.
The sail. I think the sail is counteracting your drift. Get rid of the sail, and I think you will.
No, we're so good. Well, the sail wasn't an issue. I need a way to swim in the water. To sail in the water.
That's a boat. You just need a boat shape. I mean, it's gonna float because it's a wooden plank.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No. We still need the sail.
You don't need the sail. I think the sail is counteracting your thing. I think it's working against you because it's backwards. The sail's literally backwards, dude. The sail is blowing the wrong direction.
We're so good.
The sail is backwards. The
Oh!
sail is blowing backwards.
Oh, it weighs so much that it stays in the water, but I can get a little bit of air if I need to get over a dock, like this dock right here. Check it out. Oh.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Get rid of the sail.
No! Not again. I'll tell you what. This is a lot harder than the people making YouTube videos make it seem. All right. Good news is I can just fish it out of the water anytime something goes fuck.
Did you?
Anytime something goes wrong. So why don't I try this instead? I can keep the sail, but I only go in the direction of the wind. I think that's the big compromise. Wait, anytime I turn around, it's just changing its direction. What the heck? Alright, let's see if that... It's like permanently going the opposite direction. Okay. We'll just try it on land. The Carbomobile, maybe not so much a boat, but... Wait, why is it doing that noise? Something about to break?
Yeah, your hot air balloon.
Oh, fuck. Unbearable heat! No, no, no! What is going on? What the fuck? How do I get out of here? I'm trying to paraglide. There we go. Oh, dude, it wasn't letting me. Oh my god.
Oh my god. The whole thing caught fire. You're about to die.
Well, that's why you keep fairies on you.
Need some food.
I think that's a good point to call it there. I don't think... Oh, did it break my bow? Or my shield? No, we're good. We still have a shield.
So, another top. So, did you see the guy that made the hunter-killer drone?
Yeah.
I think I shared it with you. The drone that, like, fucking... The autonomous drone, air and ground drones. That was insane.
See, that's kind of where I was going with the Carbomobile, was kind of like the similar level of ingenuity and crazy thing going on. I don't think it panned out.
No. Can we change topics a little bit?
Yeah. You want to take a quick little, give me like 3 minutes to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let me put up the BRB.
Do you want me to fill the dead air?
Yeah, if you want.
Or we can just be right back. I'm gonna play some Tears of the Kingdom. There you go. Oh, Pog.
All right. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm ready. So here, if you want to clip this, this is gonna be very clippable, but you're gonna have to put some editing in because it's gonna be sus, and you're gonna have to put like
Okay.
sus music in. You have to be like, wait, hold on a second, like sus, like edits. Yeah, that says stuff. Just edit that in post though.
Yeah. No, I know.
So I just want to talk about. Can we talk about the biggest glow up, in Tears of the Kingdom, and probably one of my favorite aspects of Tears of the Kingdom.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, they made Pura really good.
Yeah. You're into
they really did some
126-year-olds.
yeah they did some good character development on
Some good
Pura.
character development. Yeah.
Yeah, some really good character developments.
So you're saying they really fleshed her out as a character? She kind of evolved.
Oh yes, yeah, she definitely evolved. One of my biggest gripes with Breath of the Wild, was they put Lolly in Breath of the Wild, and I did not like that. And
it is okay. For real quick though, it is really weird that they're like that they made. I think it's creepy when people make those characters.
It's Lolly. It's like, literally Lolly. They did Lolly.
It's not.
They did Lolly in Breath of the Wild, and
It's not good.
And they got rid of it, and I'm glad they got rid of the Lolly. And
I'm glad they got rid of it too.
You know why they did Lolly? They did Lolly for a dumb joke. It was a dumb joke. The idea that, oh, you're supposed to skip over her when you first go to there because, oh, you wouldn't think that, the little kid would be in charge. But the joke's on them because when I first went to the fucking research lab, she was the first one I talked to. And I was like, are you the person I need to talk to? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Go talk to this other guy. And then I went to talk to the other guy, and then she's like, well, hold on a second. You went to talk to him because he's a man. And I was like, no, I went to talk to him because you told me not to fucking bother you.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, I remember that because it pissed me off because I was like, oh, they tried to do this gotcha and they didn't even get me right.
Yeah.
But they did, they got rid of the
keep
Lolly.
going.
They got rid of the Lolly, and I'm happy for it. And I mean, Pura, some pretty good character development on Pura. Just overall good Good
the
shit,
amount
man.
of fan art that's come out for her since Tears of the Kingdom is like insane. Like
Really?
seen a lot of like. I gotta reset
Care to
this
send
here.
me some links or?
No, I don't. I don't get into anime drawings. All right. Yolo Braintrust, what is up? We are experiencing some technical difficulties right now. Thanks for tuning in. Talking about Tears of the Kingdom.
So what do you mean
Get this
exactly?
to work. Well, she's Pure's become a bit of a fan favorite. Yeah, spoiler alert. There's a couple hearts in this game. Oh, hey, Alex. Hold on. I'm gonna try to deactivate, reactivate. There we go. We have fixed it. Yeah, there's some weird Pure art out there. I seen some where they like bloated her. I guess that's probably like a thing or something. Just I try to avoid the world of like anime drawings and art.
That sounds disgusting. Do you have links?
I don't have links. Most of this is because it shows up on like Twitter and I scroll right past it.
That's so sad. Links?
Well, Link is the main character in Tears of the Kingdom. If you didn't know. So let's dig in a little bit into this here. Are you saying that you are into a 126-year-old woman? Perhaps.
I'm just saying, you know, if that's what 126 looks like in Hyrule, then yes.
I'm gonna be hitting up the Hylian nursing homes.
Yes.
Alex, you missed it. I don't know if you've seen this, but there is a type of video going around of people creating cool contraptions and devices that I think extend way beyond what the developers actually thought people would be able to do in the game. And so I said, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to make something that no one else has ever made before. And I called it a Carbomobile. Carboplane. Dude, I'm burning through all my fairies here. And the idea is that it could fly in the air, you could sail it in the sea, or you could drive it on land. And there's a little bit of success, but we had a lot of failures on the way. But, you know, I think a big theme in this game is that unleash your inner child and explore. Have fun. Get creative with it. The world is your Lego, as they say. Hold on. I may actually have it in my history here. So just so you can see what it looked like, check it out. It was, I had a steering wheel. It's definitely no Gary's mod, but they did well with the tools they had. We were actually talking about that a couple minutes ago. Yeah, well, I didn't know it existed till like yesterday. Check it out. We got a sail, we've got steering wheel, we've got wheels, we've got a fan. All three modes of transportation, plane, car, and plantain. Plane, train, and you get the drift. We got it all in there. In fact, I wonder if it resets if I go back. I kind of want to do a take two on that.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I don't give a shit that Zelda is missing. I'm gonna do all the research Puro wants me to do.
And that's your opinion. I think there's... I personally have a lot of questions about Pura as a character. Kind of strange character design. Kind of suspect intentions in developing her. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, but I wanted to tell you, I was hoping Shao would be here for the story. I think you could take like some alpha male messaging out of it. All right, see you later, Alex. Thanks for tuning in. But were you big into bikes before we started chatting? Before we started
What do you mean?
talking? Well, because I remember there was a point where I was riding my bike a lot and I was posting about it. And you're like, oh, bikes are so lame, dude. That's some like nerd shit. And then you got really into riding your bike and being a little urbanist.
No, I don't believe that.
No?
Sounds like fake news.
All right. Well, point being is, you know, I'm into bikes. You're into bikes. Whenever I get the chance after work, I try to ride my bike. I've got a lot of good opportunities to ride it in the area. I'm really lucky in that sense. But it's late spring. We're almost in summer. As far as I'm concerned, we're in Texas summer right now. And there's a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs out there. So I'm riding. I'm on the way back home, and I've had this happen before, but never quite like this. I'm riding back home, and I'm going, I think, about 10 miles an hour. That's usually what I average. And all of a sudden, my eye just closes on me, my right eye. And I can't open it. There's like a sensation like when you get like an eyelash stuck in there. And then it started feeling wet and slimy. And I could feel something moving its way towards my pupil. And I don't know if my eye's still irritated or not. But a bug got in my eye. It got right in through the tear duct. And then it started crawling its way in. But I think it started getting freaked out. And I started getting freaked out too. And I'm going like 10 miles an hour. I'm trying to brake to a stop as fast as I can to try to get it out. And so, like, I'm crying basically. My tear ducts are going full force. I'm trying to get this bug out. And I'm not succeeding. And I get home and I'm still not sure if it's in there or not. But, like, I have nothing left in my eyes. My eyes just, they can't tear up anymore. My nose is, like, totally empty because I had to, like, clean out all my sinuses to try and get it out. And it's a really gross sensation. So my advice is, if you're ever riding your bike and you're going fast, wear glasses or goggles.
Sorry, I just saw some links that you didn't send me, but I found them.
Oh, you found them? Listen, man, that's your prerogative. I personally not into a 126-year-old woman, but that's just me. All right, well, you want to call it here?
We can.
All right. Oh my god. Because I'm gonna go make dinner.
And I'm probably gonna play a little bit more Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom. And
We
go to
did it.
sleep.
We almost. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be getting back right into it after. We almost made it 2 hours this time. But we could have. We had a little bit of a pre-start too. All right. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's always great getting to spend an evening with you all. Unfortunately, tonight we did not have our second co-host, Shaw. So we want to shout him out from the afterlife. Thank you, Shaw. Scott, it was great having you for I don't know, he was on for like 10 minutes. It's always great. We'll miss you. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bobby, do you have any final words?
Tears of the Kingdom, very good game. And I enjoy playing it.
All right. Thank you, Bobby. And ladies and gentlemen, I almost just said my first and last name. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Travis. Thank you for tuning into the Yolo Braintrust podcast. And if either of you are still in here, thank you, Steven and Alex, for tuning in. Glad you guys stopped by. All right, everyone. It doesn't make sense for me to cheer myself, does it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end the podcast tonight. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. And this is the Yolo Braintrust podcast.